And then the monkey said, oh, hey, welcome to another edition of Sci-Fi Journal presented by the Rhode Island Science Fiction Club. This show is for November 2016. I'm Marc Morisseau. Also hosting the show today are Calvin Watts III, James Hinsey, and welcome back, Jay Kingston. Yay! Go Cap, go Cap. All right, and as always, we have tons of stuff for you this month, including movie news and reviews and anime and a bunch of cool stuff. So let's get started. We always start off with movie clips and something we like to call popcorn previews. Take it away, Jay.
All right, our first film this month is Wonder Woman.
Yes.
I've been looking forward to this for quite a while. It tells the story of Wonder Woman. It's basically, for those of you who know about her, this is her story. And it stars Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman herself, Chris Pine as Steve Trevor, and it's going to be released in June of 2017. Yeah. And it's not yet rated, but let's take a look at that.
You're a man.
Yeah. I mean, do I not look like one?
You have been my greatest love. Be careful, Diana. I do not deserve you.
Have you never met a man before? I mean, what about your father?
I had no father. I was brought to life by Zeus.
Well, that's neat.
What I do is not up to you.
Candy. I'm Steve Trevor's secretary.
What is a secretary?
I go where he tells me to go and I do what he tells me to do.
Well, where I'm from, that's called slavery.
I really like her.
Fantastic. Ladies, after you.
I do. I like her.
So I am really looking forward to this film. It looks like it's going to be really exciting. And as far as a rating goes, what would you say?
PG-13?
PG-13.
Yeah, definitely
PG-13.
It's not a Disney movie.
Yeah, it's not a Disney movie.
No.
And it's superheroes, so take it with a grain of salt that it'll probably be PG-13. Next up is Doctor Strange. This is another sci-fi film, another superhero film. It's about Dr. Stephen Strange, who is a world-class physician who is normally saving lives every day, but then he gets the chance to really save lives on a cosmic scale as the inimitable Dr. Strange, master of the mystic arts. Let's take a look at this film.
You think you know how the world works? You think that this material universe is all there is? But what if I told you the reality you know is one of many?
This doesn't make any sense.
Not everything has to, Doctor Strange. Through the mystic arts, we harness energy and shape reality.
The Avengers protect the world from physical dangers. We safeguard it against more mystical threats.
Come with me.
You'll die protecting this world, Mr. Doctor. Mr. Doctor. It's strange. Maybe. Who am I to judge?
Yeah, that looks cool. And Doctor Strange is one of the oldest characters in the Marvel Universe.
Yeah.
too.
Yes.
Yeah, he's been around forever.
Yes, and it's about time they did a film with him.
Yep. Well, they did. I remember there's an animated movie that came out.
And it was a really,
Yeah, and they did a TV movie
really
as well.
bad
Right.
TV
I
movie
know,
back in
I
the
saw it.
70s.
Yes.
But it was Bill Bixby, and we all love Bill Bixby.
Yeah.
So,
Yes. So,
Okay.
next page.
next one is, I believe, Resident Evil.
Yep.
And this stars Mila
Don't do it.
Jovovich.
What? Mila Jovovich.
Yes. One of our favorite actresses,
Yes.
or actors, as we like to say now. It's the final chapter in the Resident Evil saga,
Wah, wah.
which I believe, Calvin, you can back me up on this. I think this takes place again in Raccoon City.
It
Yes, they
does.
Go back to Raccoon
Which is
City.
actually, I'm pretty psyched for it,
Could have
actually.
been neat.
Yeah. And from there, the chaos ensues. So let's take a look at that footage.
I can't remember much before all this started. Sometimes I feel like this has been my whole life. Running. Killing. My name is Alice, and this is my story. The end of my story. 10 years ago in Raccoon City, there was an outbreak. It spread across the world within days.
One way or another, our world is coming to an end. The question is, will we end with it?
Umbrella developed an airborne antivirus. It would destroy the T-virus.
I have no reason to believe a word you say.
True, but I can offer you something you want very much.
What is that?
Revenge.
We can end all this. I have to get to the hive. We go together.
What are we gonna do?
We're gonna kill every last one of them. Grab some gear. This is what I do.
We played a long game, you and I. But now it's over.
Is that all you got? Because if it is, I'm gonna have to kill you.
And that is coming out on January of
27th.
2017.
Yes, I already have it in my calendar.
January 27th.
Mila Jovovich.
January 27th.
And Ali Lauder's in it too. She comes back. Which is
Yeah, a lot of people,
lot of the
old
guys,
faces are coming back
Yeah,
because
that's
this is the
pretty
last
neat.
one.
It looks like it's going to be really good. They're going to probably pull out all the stops for this one.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
And I believe we played a clip from this earlier this year with the had the driving rock soundtrack to it.
Yep.
So anyway, that's it for that film. Next we have
Legends of the Hidden Temple.
It's Legends of the Hidden Temple.
I couldn't find it.
I can't believe they made a movie out of the game
that based
show.
on the game
It's
show?
based on the
It's not
90s
asked.
game show.
Based on the
It's
game
based
show.
on the game
Is that the
show.
little Nickelodeon
Yes.
game show?
Yep.
Oh my goodness. Yes. All right.
And
Find the
I
treasure of the
apologize.
silver
I
monkey.
can't tell you who the stars are for this.
I could. Isabel
Could you?
Mona, or Monet,
Okay.
D. Bradley Baker, and Michael Benyere.
All right. And this is going to probably be rated PG or PG-13 as well. And this is coming out in November, at the end of November. And it's going to be playing as this
Yep.
episode is airing.
Thanksgiving weekend.
Right.
Plays.
So,
So instead of torturing yourself for Black Friday, you can go see Legends of the Hidden Temple.
that's right.
Here we go.
So let's take a look at that footage.
Sadie, Noah, and Dudley thought they were going on a normal family vacation.
Last one to the temple's a dingbat.
Well, I guess that makes me the dingbat.
I wish I could go inside.
Until their trip went from ordinary
This is a restricted area. I'm putting my foot.
to legendary.
What just happened?
What have you done? You locked us in here.
This Thanksgiving,
It's just a green monkey.
You say green monkey like it's a normal thing.
they can run,
Go, Rex, go, go!
they can hide,
What is this place? Could this get any worse?
but can they escape?
We gotta get out of here. Look, that purple parrot's literally just flying away.
Or not.
The adventure awaits. Legends of the Hidden Temple, the TV movie event premieres Saturday, November 26th.
Let's keep moving.
Yeah, well, I can't walk anymore. I'm staying out here. Never mind. I'll power through.
Only on Nickelodeon.
And last but certainly not least, we have Power Rangers 2017.
Ay, 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 ay.
Don't, please.
What?
was that for?
It's in the movie.
Oh,
Yes.
oh no.
Yes.
Oh no. And who's starring in that, Mark?
A bunch of people. Directed by Dean Israelite. Starring Bryan Cranston, Elizabeth Banks, and Naomi Scott. Those are the main, like, evil and some
Right.
good people and stuff. Yeah.
Right.
Now, all the main Power Rangers are minor actors.
Yeah, and you won't see most of them because they'll be behind the masks anyway most of the time. But as usual, it's your everyday Power Rangers mayhem brought to the big screen with better special effects.
Much better special effects.
And hopefully a better script
Much better script.
than the past. But this will be fun for the kids. And this one is coming out 2017. We don't have a release date yet.
I think it might be in March.
It may
March
be in
24th. Actually, March 24th, that's my brother's birthday. Happy birthday, Mike. Go see Power Rangers.
Next year.
Let's
Next
take
year.
a look at that footage and see what you think of it.
Just to remind me of my screw up?
You know, I don't think we're ever going to understand each other.
They gotta come here every Saturday just to graduate with all these other weirdos and criminals.
I keep a close watch on this heart of mine. I keep
So, this is where you come every Saturday instead of practice. Tragic.
I keep the ends out for the tie that bind.
Hey, it's a restricted area.
Guys?
There's something in there. Guys,
What is it?
somebody should have pointed that out. Wait, I did.
You know something happened up there, okay? I'm not the same.
I'm strong.
How strong?
Insanely strong. No.
I feel like we need to go back out there.
I'm gonna jump across with her, and then you jump.
Piece of cake.
Let's go.
No, don't jump. Jason! That's not a piece of cake!
I've killed Rangers before.
It's happening!
Oh, gotta answer
And
the phone.
that is it for popcorn previews for this month, and I think that's quite enough, don't you?
I do believe that's quite enough. Okay.
That's quite enough.
Now we're going to skip over the script because I said so, and we're going to go right over to the wonderful world of DVDs and media and digital and games and Game Over with Calvin Watts.
Pinball.
And pinball. Take it away, Calvin.
Go, McGovern, go.
That's it, man. Game over, man. It's game over.
That was really pathetic. I'm just saying.
That was cool, but pathetic.
So it's been a while since we've really gone through like a whole bunch of stuff. So there's a bunch of stuff to get through. So let's get to
great.
it.
Hang on.
You like how that all just ran
Let
together?
me get something to drink.
Yeah. All right. So for media stuff, a lot of summer movies are now out on DVD, 4K, streaming, whatever you want to call it. So this stuff, these are available for your viewing pleasure as we speak. X-Men Apocalypse, Constantine, the complete series, Preacher, season 1.
Oh, Constantine, yes.
Oh, Constantine was awesome.
It's going to be a Blu-ray, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. Collector's editions by Shout Factory of John Carpenter's The Thing.
What?
And The Carrie, yes.
Shout Factory.
Yes. Awesome stuff.
Yep.
The Ghostbusters reboot from the summer, which bombed, but that is now available.
Bombed,
Yes.
but I kind of liked it. It was all right. It was fun. Cool. It was fun.
Independence Day 4 Resurgence, which bombed
That's
here.
really bombed.
Did okay overseas, but that wasn't too bad. The CW last season's all of the superhero stuff, which now includes Supergirl. So Supergirl, Legends of Tomorrow, Arrow, and The Flash, their last season's all out and available. And also streaming on Netflix because they have a new agreement now. So like 8 days after the current season ends, all that stuff will be on like Netflix.
Oh, that's cool. So if you missed an episode, you can catch it back on the...
Yep.
So coming into releases for November, on the 1st, we're going to get Star Trek Beyond, which will be pretty cool.
Yep.
Batman Return of the Caped Crusaders. This is the latest DC animation film, and this is the 60s Batman. Adam West, Burt Ward, reprising their roles.
Yep, they're voicing the
So that's actually should be pretty cool. As we get further on to November, because Christmas is around the corner, so things start to dry up. But November 8th will bring us the classic cult film Bubba Hotep. Yeah. Another Shout Factory release.
Yep.
On the 15th, we'll get Finding Dory, the blockbuster hit from the summer from Disney.
I never saw it.
Game of Thrones Season 6. I know a lot of people are looking forward to that. And on December 13th, this is important, so I brought this up, Suicide Squad will have its release onto home video. It's going to be an extended cut, because a lot of people were complaining that, Jared Leto had a lot of scenes with the Joker cut out. The director, David Ayer, had his own version, and then after they saw what Deadpool did, they went back and recut it, so there's like a version that was like more preppier and more funny. And so what the theatrical release was kind of like a mixture of the two, so it'll be interesting to see what is actually included in, but it'll be popular, so so there you go. So
I was kind of disappointed with the whole witch aspect of that movie.
It started out great, and you're right. Yeah, it kind of fell apart. So we'll have to see, but you know, it set things up for the future, and it did its job. So on to gaming, and there's a lot of stuff going on. So, but want to talk about real gaming first. The Shelter Arcade Bar, which I'm still hoping to get to, hopefully even this weekend for like the first time, is going really strong, very popular. It's in Providence. You want to go on, you know, check it out. It is for like over 21 people, but it has a mixture of old school video games and pinball machines. And you really want to support these places because there's not many of these around anymore, and that's leads into my next topic. Lanes and Games up in Cambridge, Massachusetts. It's a combination, been there for years. It's like an institution out in the Boston area. Has it's a dual level candlepin bowling, 10-pin bowling place, and probably the closest place up until like the Shelter Arcade Bar that had like around like 10 pinball machines and a couple of video games. They're going to be closing in the spring. The family that's owned that, and there's a hotel next to it, has run it for like generations. They're retiring. The kids don't want to do it anymore, so they sold everything off. So that's hard. That's the bad news. And even worse news is that there is a chance that the Pinball Wizard Arcade is going to be closing at the end of the year also.
I remember reading about that. That was a labor of love for that woman.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's not definitive yet. Basically, their lease, they signed a 6-year lease when they opened up, and it runs out in February. She is in negotiation, so it's not definitive that they're going to close. And there are other options that they're looking at, but there is a chance. So I bring this up now because it is such an awesome place, and I'm really hoping they don't close. But if they do, if you have any interest in like old school video games or pinball or anything like that, it's definitely worth the trip. It's just over the line in New Hampshire and Pelham. Definitely worth going to check it out.
Get her moved to Rhode Island. We got a lot of open space.
I would be awesome with that. Keeping on with the pinball themes, Doctor Who was finally released for the Pinball Arcade. It made its Kickstarter earlier in the year.
Yep.
So this is the classic table from the mid-90s. BBC is finalizing the regeneration table, which is basically everyone from the 1996 TV version of Doctor Who, which was Paul McGann, up through the present.
So 8 through 12, okay.
Yeah, so it's going to be like not quite a reskin table, but like a remaster table with all new animation stuff, all involving those doctors from then,
right,
including all of your favorites from the 2000s. So as soon as that comes out, I'll let you guys know. Keeping on with the pinball theme, the next Stern table is going to be Batman. And so what they've kind of done is Stern usually does the licensed stuff. So they had a Spider-Man table based on a movie from a few years back. So they kind of reskinned it, and they're doing like an Ultimate Spider-Man. So they also had a Batman table based on the Dark Knight Christopher Nolan movie. So it's kind of reskinned, rethemed, but it's going to be Batman 66, which, you know, it being 50 years from the Batman TV show, and they're going to have, like, you know, it's all basically Batman theme, and Adam West is going to lend his voice. And so that'll be pretty cool. I know 50 years, that's just crazy.
50 years of Star Trek, so there you go.
Highway Pinball's Alien table has been completed. It is now in production, so hopefully Pinball Wizard Arcade will be open long enough so I actually get the chance to play it. So that's what we have for like pinball. So I know pinball, it's not for everybody, so we'll get out of that. Gears of War 4 has been released. It's getting good reviews. A lot of people saying it's just, you know, it's more the same.
A lot of TV commercials.
A lot of TV commercials, but it's Gears. If you're a Gears fan, you'll like it. It's at 25 years after Gears 3. Good stuff.
Good.
Call of Duty Infinite Warfare is going to be the next in the line of the Call of Duty series. It'll be out this month.
Yep.
I'm bringing this up really quick because I don't know personally if I'm going to get it or not. I'll probably get it at some point, but a lot of people are interested in it because if you get the deluxe version of the game, you will get Call of Duty Modern Warfare remastered. Now, Modern Warfare was the game that really had the Call of Duty series take off. Extremely popular. It looks great, but you have to have the deluxe version in order to do this. And if you want to play the Modern Warfare Remastered, you have to hold on to that physical disc. You can't go trade it in once you download it and just say, here you go.
Right.
So you either have to buy the digital copy, because you can't trade digital copies, or you got to have the physical disc from Infinite Warfare in order to play.
Well, that's fair.
Yeah.
Okay.
He said duty.
He said duty. That's cool.
Rock Band's, as we speak, Rock Band's big expansion is coming out
They're still
this
doing
particular
Rock
week.
Band.
They're still doing Rock Band. Rock Band is going strong.
I can see people in old senior center homes they're playing Rock Band.
So this one is called Rock Band Rivals, and it's kind of like their version of what Guitar Hero Live tried to do.
Okay.
You know, they're going to have, you know, like your career and a whole bunch of other stuff going in. They've added a bunch of new songs. It looks really cool. I did pre-order it, so we'll have a little review in upcoming months.
All right.
And also just released for the PlayStation 4 is PlayStation VR. VR is like a really big thing right now. So they've had a bunch of initial games come out with it. The headset looks pretty cool. It's gotten good reviews so far.
It's the next step towards a holiday.
And there is one game that's come out that it's admittedly short, but it's supposed to be really cool, that can show like what VR can do. And it's Batman VR. It's made from the guys at Rocksteady, and so you can actually say you become the Batman, because you're looking at things from like a Batman perspective.
Oh, neat.
A lot more of the detective functions, you know, go in, and there's action and stuff too. But here's a little preview for that.
How do you feel when you put on that mask? Are you hiding from the world? Or do you want the world to hide away from you? Maybe you feel invincible. More than just a man. Or maybe you're just like me. You see that life is nothing but a sick joke, and so you choose a face to match. But what happens when we become what we pretend to be? When illusion becomes the new reality? Does it even matter? After all, if you find a mask that fits, you never need to take it off.
And that is all I got. So now we're going to go back over to the script, and we're going to switch over to Toob News with Marc. So take it away, Marc.
Tatiana Maslany won an Emmy for Orphan Black, for her performance in Orphan Black.
Nice.
Best dramatic performance. Yay! Yeah. And I remember watching that night on CBS, watching the show and going, all right, here it goes, the categories, and all these other actresses are up, and they announced her name, and the whole audience went, what? They were totally shocked that she won, but I'm glad, because this woman plays at least 8 or 9 different clone characters, and she does them so well that you don't realize that this is the same actress doing all these different performances. And she even has a couple of guys who are clones in the show now, which is pretty awesome. So congratulations, Tatiana Maslany, for your Emmy. You deserve it.
And she plays the male characters,
She
too.
plays male characters, too. Doctor Who Christmas special coming up on the 25th of December. Should be a lot of fun. And the good news about Doctor Who, usually we have to wait until August to get new episodes. But in 2017, we get new episodes starting in April.
It might be the last ones of Peter Capaldi, is the rumor.
Yeah, it's kind of sort of rumored. I think, didn't he have like a 5-year contract or something? So we don't know. But anyways, if you love Doctor Who like I do, April 2017 is when we get new episodes. Now, good news and bad news about Grimm. Bad news is the series has been canceled. Usually starts up around Halloween, but this year it didn't, because it's returning on January 6th. Season 6 will be its last one. It's going to be cut from 22 to 13 episodes. So next year we'll get the last season of Grimm. They're going to wrap up the whole storyline, and that'll be it. So if you enjoy that series,
That's the good part.
That's the good part.
That they're going to wrap it up.
Yes, they're going to wrap it up in a nice little bow, and hopefully it'll be happily ever after, and all that good stuff. I like that show. I've been following it since the beginning. The Strain, which has nothing to do with what you're thinking about, gets the final season 4 next year. So they decided to go with the directors and the producers on FX. Decided this is going to be its last season of the Strain. So that'll be nice. Fox, Sleepy Hollow returns in early 2017 for season 4. So if you're a fan of that series, Sleepy Hollow, that's coming back. And then all the shows that you like on the CW that got renewed at the same time, the originals, iZombie and The 100, those all return as mid-season replacements sometime in February or March of 2017. So you can watch for those programs as well. And then finally, last but not least, Star Trek Discovery, the new CBS syndicated show, or actually their all-access show, was supposed to originally begin in January of 2017. They've bumped it up to May of 2017. So I guess they're taking a little bit more time to work on the script and the special effects, and they want to make sure to do a good job so it doesn't go the way of Enterprise.
Yeah, they've had some more information come out for it. It looks like it's going to be set in the original series timeline, about approximately 10 years before the events on the Enterprise.
Right. Yeah.
So Kirk and them will be around at some point, but I think a female captain.
They're thinking about a female captain. Yep.
Mm-hmm. The ship looks okay in a retro
It's
kind
an
of
old
way.
Ralph McQuarrie design. When they were doing the designs for Star Trek The Motion Picture, that was one of the designs that Ralph McQuarrie promoted, and they didn't use that. They just updated the ship, and now they've decided to go back. And I'm not sure if I like it or not. But all the Star Trek,
guess we'll have to see it in
all
action.
the true blue Star Trek geek fans are really upset about this show because it doesn't follow the history, and it throws everything, and throws a monkey wrench in their timelines, and they have to buy a whole new set of costumes, and it's awful. What were you going to say?
Well, I think some of the ship, too, the coloration of it was a little brown.
Right.
And that reminded me of what they had in Star Trek Beyond.
Right.
Was that old ship.
Yeah, almost
there.
like a copper type of color.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, rather than the silver or the
And
gray.
then even that ship reminded me, though, of like from Enterprise.
Yeah.
Right.
In terms of its age.
Yeah.
Too.
So it's like a after Enterprise but before original series
Right.
type of thing. So maybe they'll have like the gooseneck lamp sitting in the captain's chair that he talked into, like they did in the original show.
Yeah, with the little tiny screen.
Yeah. That'll be fun. All right, and that's all I have this month for Toob News. Let's move on to the wonderful world of anime with a segment we like to call Anime Daisuki. Go, James, go. Oh, you're slow.
So for Anime Daisuki news this month, I'm going to start off with Amazon Prime has been providing a bunch of Amazon original programming.
Yep.
And one of them that they're bringing over from Japan and actually producing a whole new season of it, or new series of it, is called Ronya, the Robber's Daughter. It's based on a story by Astrid Lindgren, who had originally written the Pippi Longstocking stories. And it's part of the story will have Gillian Anderson as the narrator for the story. And it's being produced by Studio Ghibli. And the director, Goro Miyazaki, Hayao's son. So look for that on Amazon Prime sometime in 2017.
I have
hopefully.
Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
Cool.
There was also an earlier anime that they produced, but I think this is a whole new script and story and direction. So James Cameron is finally making Alita: Battle Angel, and Robert Rodriguez is going to be directing it. They're going to start shooting as we speak, and it'll be starring Christoph Waltz, Jackie Earle Haley, and Rosa Salazar, and look for it in July of 2018. But for years, James Cameron's been talking about, oh, I want to do this, do this anime as a live-action film.
All right.
So
he's still working on those Avatar
yeah,
sequels
so he's
as
working
well.
on that.
So he's kind of busy.
Right, but that's why he turned it over to Robert Rodriguez. It's a story about a cyborg, a female cyborg that's found in like a junkyard by this doctor. He refurbishes it. She doesn't have any memory except that she still has her combat skills that she had, she was used for. So, from there she goes into some kind of, it's sort of like a fight club or something like that in a way.
Right.
So, and there's other characters involved. Voltron, Legendary Defender, gets a season 2 coming in January.
Very nice.
Right, so look for on Netflix. It's another Netflix original.
That's a streaming
Working
show,
with
right?
DreamWorks. They have like a multi-year contract or deal with DreamWorks Animation to do various shows, and one of them being Voltron, the Legendary Defender, which is also written by the same people who worked on Avatar, The Last Airbender, and Korra.
That was a good series.
Yeah. Makoto Shinkai, a sort of he's an independent animation filmmaker. He's made some really great stories, and his first couple were all done on his Mac. He did it all himself. But his latest film, Your Name, it's called.
So it's going to be called James?
No, it's just no.
That's too easy. All right.
Kimi no Nawa. It's
Don't throw
stands
him
for
off.
Your Name. It's in lowercase.
Okay.
Has earned over $140 million so far in Japan, and is in 47 days, and is about to probably reach 200 million very shortly. It's now the 5th highest grossing anime in Japan, and is beating all these other films for records in Japan. And I
this guy
can't.
did this himself on a Mac?
Well, no, I think this one now he's working with other people, but his storytelling though is what's captivating people, and it's really a story of a young girl who lives out in the country mountain village, and sort of has a rural sort of life out there, and then about this young man in the city and his life, and then they somehow dream about living each other's lives, and so they get connected that way.
And then they start doing it?
So they have
I think
like a Sense8.
So
type of
because
thing
like
going
she really wants to
they swap.
she wants to move to like the city. She wants to experience that. She's kind of lonely, I guess, out in the country, and he's like, I don't know. So anyway, the way I can see this as being what they call a sentimental story in Japan, and it's
over here they would call it the home object.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
Okay.
But
That's a
those kind of contemporary sentimentality stories in Japan really capture like everyday life, and that's, I think, what he's done is encapsulated it in this one film. So
cool.
It's not just skimpy anime girls and robots and things like that, mecha. So I mean,
Well, it's
animation
about
can be used
time.
for storytelling,
Right.
for all kinds of stories.
Nice.
So that's it I have for Anime Daisuki. I do have some Harry Potter news.
All right.
In December,
Wait a minute.
December 18.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
December 18 is the Yule Ball in Cambridge, Massachusetts, at the Middle East downstairs. There'll be Harry and the Potters, the Potter Puppet Pals, Draco and the Malfoys, Whomping Willows, and a bunch of other bands playing.
Wizard Rock.
Wizard Rock, yeah.
All
It's a
right.
Sunday evening, doors open at 5 p.m. It's only like, it's reasonably priced, and some of the money goes to the, as a donation to the Harry Potter Alliance. So it's, worth picking up a ticket. Get them early, get them online, because it could sell out.
Did you know my Patronus is a Wookiee?
Okay, I believe that. Yeah, cool.
Mine's a Jawa.
Star Wars Patronuses.
Mine's a Yoda.
You're the Yoda.
Mine's a Rancor, so.
Oh, you win.
All right.
No, I'm pretty sure my Yoda could take out his Rancor.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
All over the book.
J.K. Rowling's did just announce that the Fantastic Beasts Harry Potter prequels are going to be about 5 movies.
Right.
5 movies. Now, some people are wondering, like, how is they going to stretch this story out?
Right.
Just wait a minute. There's no story. The book for Fantastic Beasts is a textbook
Right.
that is basically a a list of all these magical creatures and their descriptions and their classifications, ministry-approved classifications.
Right.
So that's all the book is. It's not, they're not trying to take a story out of that because there's no story in the book. So she's making all this up as she's working on the scripts, and she is writing these scripts, probably with some help from Steve Kloves, who wrote the film scripts for most of the Harry Potter films. But yeah, 5-picture deal.
Nice.
I'm sure that's still just an option, and they probably at least started with a 3-picture deal option, which is what I originally heard.
And that movie comes out this month.
Yes.
And you'll be going to see it.
Yep, midnight release.
Midnight release, yeah.
Thursday night, probably the November 17th.
Yep.
I'll probably be at the Province Place Mall for that. I haven't really set it in stone yet, but Province Place Mall. I'm looking forward to it. I think to announce that they're going to do 5 pictures now means that they have a lot of confidence in this film.
Right.
So I think, if they've captured the magic again,
yeah,
they could go a long way with this.
Now, go back to Japanese films for a second.
Yes.
Shin Godzilla.
Shin Gojira. It was just out here in the movie theaters.
Right.
Funimation did the translation for the subtitles.
Right.
And they'll be releasing the DVDs for it probably in about 2 or 3 months.
Right.
I have not seen it, but because they didn't have it in Providence.
Right.
Right. They had it up in Boston.
Yeah.
So I didn't go up to see it, but when I get it.
Yeah, I want to see it too when it comes out on DVD.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Movie night.
Yeah. But I mean, it did really well in Japan, and so.
Cool. All right.
Speaking of Harry Potter.
Yes.
You and Kat are traveling to, is it New York?
New York City.
Yeah.
Right, so this being the month of November, we have Rhode Island Comic-Con coming up. But
You're ditching us.
I'm going to miss some of it.
Ding
I'm not
dong.
ditching. I'm helping set up on Thursday and Friday.
I.e., you're ditching us.
You're doing the ding dong Harry Potter ditch. That's what you're doing.
Ding dong ditch.
I like that.
Yep.
So yes, they're having a special screening of the Fantastic Beasts film at Carnegie Hall in New York City on November 12th. The tickets were going for sale back in June, and the ticket prices are for charitable purposes. The money goes to Lumos Foundation.
Right.
Some of it. So the tickets were a little pricey versus regular movie tickets.
Little. You had to take out a third mortgage.
I decided to splurge and try to grab one, and I got one.
So the good news is he's got tickets. The bad news is, sorry, family, no Christmas this year. That's it.
No, actually, I did my Christmas shopping already.
My wife did too. Oh, okay.
So,
no more Christmas talk.
Well, you're going to see J.K. herself.
Yes. So Eddie Redmayne, who plays Newt Scamander, and J.K. Rowling will both be there to intro the film, and there may be some Q&A, hopefully.
Right.
And I never thought I'd ever actually get to see her in person, but I will.
You're going to get to shake her hand and never wash it again.
Nah, I don't think there's no
meet and greet?
No meet and greet. They did have one other time when she had a book release for one of her other non-Harry Potter books. Those tickets sold out like that in New York City, and they had to actually move it to the Lincoln Center to actually have the event, and because they oversold that event. But yeah, this one, still get to see the movie a few days early, and I'll be dressed up for that. So
nice. All right. That's all we got.
That's it.
Okay, cool. All right, let's move on to a segment we like to call, ready, Jay? Toys, props, and other stuff! Tell us what to do. All right, statues. Go, statues, go.
Okay. Well, I don't know who it's on.
First one is the Beast.
All right. Yes, the Beast. Marvel Comics. One of my favorite characters in comics.
Yep. Then Lex Luthor.
Yep. Lex Luthor next to him. And next to Lex Luthor, we have Emma Frost, who used to be the White Queen. Now I guess she's the Black Queen. This is her statue.
Okay, and what's the anime over here?
And over there is Uchu Kaizoku, Captain Harlock. It's Captain Harlock, a space pirate. This is the 1978-1979 anime series that I got to watch when I lived in Hawaii, because the Japanese TV station had it there, subtitled. And I finally was able to get the DVD set, and it's subtitled. It's like awesome, epic story. It's the first one out of all of them. It's my favorite. And hopefully they'll be coming out with some of the other series like SSX and maybe Queen of 1,000 Years and My Youth in Arcadia and stuff like that later, soon too. But this is the first one. It's my favorite of all time. I could watch this every day.
So you really, really like it. Okay.
Yep.
Okay, so on the end is Alan Wake. Alan Wake is one of the best games available for the Xbox 360. I recently was able to procure myself a collector's version, which has a lot of really cool extra features in it, including like a book actually signed by Alan Wake, and there's like an art book, and there's a soundtrack. If you haven't played the game, you should. If you have played the game, go play it again. It's that good.
Yep.
There's also a Tales of the Lovecraft Mythos book, which I'm not really sure who the author is. I can't really see, but H.P. Lovecraft, one of the best writers from Rhode Island on our generation. Yes?
The point of that is the Lovecraft store in the arcade in Providence.
Ah, Lovecraft store in the arcade in Providence, which you should go check out because H.P. Lovecraft is one of the reasons why we exist on the map.
Just watch out for tentacles when you're in the store.
Is that the Galleria?
The arcade.
The arcade. The oldest shopping mall in America.
I thought it was the Galleria.
And on the other side of that is the Herculoids, which is the complete series from 1967 to 1969.
Way before you were born.
Hanna-Barbera. I was born in '69. I'm young, but I'm not that young.
So you missed it by a couple of years.
And plus the 1981 series, along with Space Ghost and his friends and whatnot.
I love
Herculoids were awesome.
Yes.
Okay, on one end we have the Blu-ray for Aladdin from Disney. It finally came out of the vault and then went back into the vault.
All right.
The Jungle Book, the original animated musical too from Disney. And then their newest thing, Zootopia.
Yeah, that was a good movie. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I just, over the years I'm picking up these Blu-rays of all these classics and new stuff. And next to that, looks like, Captain America Civil War on Blu-ray.
Yep, the collector's edition, which if you want to have the digital copy, you need to buy the Blu-ray 3D version, which has all of that involved. And with the upcoming Christmas holiday season, as a general rule, you will not find the Marvel superhero movies, the ones that are recently released, on that super deep discount thing. So it'll be on sale, but it won't be like super cheap. But it's still definitely worth the pickup.
Yeah.
And right in the front there is a wand. Whose wand? I forget.
Nama?
John O'Neill's wand.
John O'Neill's wand. Hey, John.
Whose wand, though? Is it a particular?
Ginny Weasley.
Ah.
All right, so in the front there is one of the Harry Potter wands you can get at Universal Wizarding World of Harry Potter. It's Ginny Weasley's wand.
Very nice.
It's very nice. It's a nice black color, and it's one of the ones one of our other guests here.
Just be careful where you point that thing.
Yeah. Next. Focus.
Some action figures. Okay, there's a Robin figure.
Okay, so
right there.
Yep. These are Kotobukiya.
Yep.
Figures. They're not action figures because they're not meant to be played with. They are meant to be looked at.
I would play with them.
They are. Yeah, I know you would. You'd probably chip them too. We got Robin and Red Robin. Yum. And they are very well made.
And in the middle you have a Cyborg.
In the middle you have Cyborg. Cyborg was one of the last, if not the last, release from the original Kenner Superpowers action figure line of the mid-'80s. Cyborg is like a really big thing. Is going to be an integral part of the upcoming Justice League film.
That's right.
And since we are working on our 20th anniversary, guys, I figured I'd bring him in and show him out.
Very
So
nice.
very rare figure, really cool. I'm glad he's in my collection.
All right.
I just watched Justice League Doom, which incorporates him in
cool.
as a new member of the league.
All right. Next. Oh, in the middle there we have My Favorite Martian, which is a reprint of the original comic strips. Now, My Favorite Martian was a 1960s TV show. Is it Walston? His last name? I
believe so, Ray Walston.
Yeah.
It was Ray Walston and Bill Bixby.
Bill Bixby started as. He's Martian comes to Earth, and Bill Bixby takes him in, and all sorts of fun. It was a comedy in the 60s. It was a lot of fun. But this is a collection of the comic strips.
Ray Walston later became really popular in being known as Mr. Hand from Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Yep, he was also Bootby from Star Trek Next Generation. He was the gardener in Star Trek Next Generation. At the Academy.
Yep, so next to that is Dynasty Warriors 8, which is the latest. It's a few years old, but I recently picked it up. It's the latest in a long line of games based on the Romance of the Three Kingdoms novels. If you're looking for mindless beat-em-up action, Dynasty Warriors is a place to go. It's a lot of fun. And just sticking out there kind of on the end is Transformers the movie. Oh, there you are. The Transformers the movie, the 1986 movie, so meaning it's good. So this is a Shout Factory release. It's the first time on Blu-ray. It's been remastered in like 4K, even though it's just a Blu-ray. I mean, it looks awesome. It sounds awesome.
Yeah, but how much can you do in 4K with that kind of a release? Not that much.
Not a whole lot. But it just being remastered, it's just a standard Blu-ray release.
Right.
But if you're a fan of the show and you are a fan of the movie, it's definitely worth a pickup. And next to that, we have Rick and Morty, I believe seasons 1 and 2.
All right.
Which is
a funny show.
It's a really funny show. I mean, it is
bizarre
so crazy,
gross,
bizarre, out there,
gross,
gross, vulgar, but it's great.
High concept sci-fi.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. The references they have in it is stuff. It's fantastic.
That's cool. All right. If you want to get in touch with us, we have emails. We have a website. We have a Facebook page. We have Twitter at risfc.org or at Sci-Fi Journal. Our email is info@risfc.org. Our website is www.risfc.org. Check out the website. If you live in the Rhode Island, Massachusetts area, you're more than welcome to join us for monthly meetings. We have a whole bunch of stuff that we do for the Rhode Island Science Fiction Club. It's cool. My hat this month is a gift from our friend Kat. Thank you very much. Kat, this thing glows in the dark, too. It's cool.
That's awesome. Make sure, if you are going to Rhode Island Comic-Con, to stop by our table and say hello.
Yes,
Rhode Island Comic-Con, we're going to be there.
Yep,
right?
we'll be
Just
there.
like the sign says.
Hopefully interviewing lots and lots of movie stars and talking to the fans and cosplayers. For me, that's the favorite part of that. Will be a lot of fun, too. All right, anything else? That's going to be it for the November 2016 edition of Sci-Fi Journal. Have a great Thanksgiving holiday, and we will see you in December.
Oh, God.
Ta-da.